Hello everyone, and welcome to my Sister Wives For You channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Many people felt uneasy when Kody Brown revealed some extremely private information about his romantic life during the Sister Wives Season 19 tell-all. Robyn Brown joined Mary, Janelle, and Christine Brown as Kody's fourth wife in 2010. As Kody and Robyn's connection deepened over time, the other three wives began to feel neglected and tense. Kody eventually found himself in an exclusive relationship with Robyn after Mary, Janelle, and Christine made the decision to break up with him. Kody no longer seems interested in engaging in polygamy and seems happy with monogamy. TLC released Kody's exchange with Suki Krishnan, host of Sister Wives Tell All, in which he called Robyn's intimacy Mormon naughty. Despite not engaging in sexual activity before the marriage, they did enjoy private moments such as hugging and kissing. Many viewers were horrified by this love confession. One Instagram user, @Rose, who commented, "Cringe, cringe, cringe. Why is this constantly showing up on my feed?" What did Ermerm1229 wrote, "Please get and keep this man and his wife off of my screen." Commented by @EileenGordon378. "Oh no. Kody looks so awkward." The viewers' unease was heightened by the news that Kody didn't hit a home run and the analogy of his private life with Robyn to athletics. Kody wasn't given a very good impression by his awkward exchange with Suki at the tell-all. Since many fans didn't find it interesting to read about his private life with Robyn, his attempt at humor instead failed. Kody's remarks have already caused fans to shake their heads. Kody was previously accused of being phony and dishonest in a cameo video that fans saw. The former polygamous patriarch was seen in the video trying to dance while wishing a fan a happy birthday. Fans were feeling embarrassed by Kody's clumsy dance during the cameo. Frequently, Kody's attempts at humor don't appear sincere. Because of his past treatment of his ex-wives, it's probable that Sister Wives viewers are sick of him and are unable to enjoy his humor. Kody tries to be hilarious and approachable, but a lot of viewers don't find him interesting. Rather, they would like to see him sincerely apologize to his former spouses. Kody looked more proud than funny in his tell-all video, which made many fans uncomfortable. Mary, Janelle, and Christine might have been harmed by his disclosure that he had an affair with Robyn before to their marriage. Kody seems to be trying to be humorous to make himself more relatable. He has harmed his public image during the last 10 years, though, and hasn't been able to restore it. Kody must first be genuine in front of the cameras if he truly wants to be more likable. He ought to stop being egotistical and start treating his ex-wives with dignity. Kody still has time to mend his reputation, but if he wants to win back the favor of Sister Wives viewers, he will need to make some big changes. Kody Brown has always spoken with honesty and ruthlessness. Kody and host Suki Krishnan have clashed several times in Season 19, but this time it was different. Kody termed it openly disrespectful and slammed down Suki for attempting to cross the line about his sexuality. Suki, on the other hand, reacted humorously to it and did not take offense by Kody's answer. His sexual intentions with Robyn were questioned not only by Suki, but also by Christine and his other wives. Since they were married, Kody and Robyn have shared a unique closeness. On the show, Kody recently discussed his sexual orientation. When the topic of his sexual relationship with Robyn came up during the conversation, he grew upset. Suki made an effort to reveal his hypocrisy and the way he professed religious principles, yet was someone different in private. Kody tried to ignore Suki since he felt intimidated and uneasy about the whole thing. Sister Wives. Christine believes Robyn and Kody were close before they married. One of Kody Brown's former wives, Christine Brown-Woolley, makes a suggestion that Kody and Robyn might have had a romantic relationship before to getting married. "We've all seen their engagement pictures," she says. "How near did they get, I wonder?" Suki Krishnan is informed by Robyn that Kody didn't kiss her till he asked her to marry him. She referred to it as a stamp. They merely exchanged little church kisses, according to Robyn. Kody stops talking when Suki brings up Christine's allegations, calling the subject demeaning. With evident annoyance, he remarks, "That wasn't a cool discussion." Sister Wives. Suki is silenced by Kody for discussing his sex life. We witnessed Kody becoming uneasy during his one-on-one chat with Suki Krishnan on the most recent episode of Sister Wives Season 19's Tell-All. The subject of sexual experience and how it conflicted with his religious beliefs came up while they were discussing other subjects. Suki brought up Kody's history of sexual encounters before to his marriage to his first wife. The host also discussed his sexual history before to marriage, including an instance in which he publicly acknowledged having intercourse with someone before being married. Kody was fine about it, laughed, and claimed that aside from that specific experience, he didn't sleep with anyone else, even though there were a lot of possibilities that came near. In high school, Kody made fun of it and called himself a Mormon naughty. Suki asked him to clarify, after being perplexed by him. He clarified that while he would provide hugs and kisses, he would not engage in sexual activity. "You got some pics, but you never got the touchdown," Suki added, bringing up football terminology. After this, Kody became uncomfortable and said he was not going to go into greater detail about his sexual life out of respect for his wife. It's not their business, even though some people may act as though it is. Suki attempted to pressure him by claiming it was a joke. They had just gone too far, Kody insisted, and it should not be tolerated. Suki also brought up Christine's admissions that she believed Kody and Robyn had a close relationship before to their marriage. He turned off all the news and declared that he would no longer discuss it since it was personal. Within the Sister Wives family, Janelle Brown has long been regarded as the steadfast compass. She frequently chooses reason over turmoil and fortitude over reaction. However, it's evident that she's not merely picking up the pieces as the fallout from her breakup with Kody Brown continues to settle. She's using them to create something completely new. As their relationships fall apart, many reality TV stars disappear, but Janelle has only grown more outspoken, introspective, and, to be honest, more approachable. She recently offered fans a unique glimpse into her inner life, implying that she faces more intense emotional challenges than are ever seen on camera. Speaking the truth, despite any discomfort. Janelle and host Sukanya Krishnan had a talk during the third Sister Wives Tell-All episode that took an unexpected turn. When talking about her ex-husband, Kody Brown, she wasn't holding anything. Her opinion? Striking. After hurting his wives, he engages in a cycle of love bombing, she explained, comparing his actions to those of a narcissist. She used her words carefully, though. Janelle explained, "I'm not a psychologist, but I think Kody has a lot of traits of a narcissist." She refrained from explicitly labeling him, allowing viewers to make their own judgments. "I'll let the people decide for themselves." It was a limit set during prime time, not just a raw moment. A change in attitude. Janelle continued to reflect off-screen on Instagram. She included a picture of graffiti that appeared to freeze her in her tracks in a contemplative post. She saw it as a reflection of her own emotional condition rather than just a piece of random street art. She remarked, "We frequently become so enmeshed in our situation that we identify ourselves as the situation we are in." She gave appreciation to motivational speaker Mel Robbins for assisting her in changing her perspective. "You have anxious thoughts, but you aren't anxious." Additionally, a small change allows people to breathe emotionally, Janelle said. She and her fans were obviously moved by the quote. Additionally, she connected the message of the graffiti to a quote from Simon and Garfunkel, "The subway walls bear the words of the prophets." She acknowledged that there may not have been a direct relationship, but it still struck a chord. "I thought it fit, even though it might not be the exact interpretation." Supporters hurried to express how much they related to her reflection. "We can learn from our challenges, but they don't create us. We get knowledge by living." "I adore Simon and Garfunkel and the graffiti. Red heart. I was moved by this when I saw it on my bike ride this morning. It's ideal. You can fill in the rest after I'm not my ___________. Hashtag appreciation of art. Love. Life is not made up of one-and-done moments, we tell our children. Never hesitate to reinvent yourself. I adore how you shared this inspiring message with us all after receiving it. Right now, everyone's life is really difficult, and optimism spreads as widely as dread. Since graffiti is genuinely an art form, I urge you to attempt to perceive it from a different angle. Red heart. Janelle posted more than simply artwork. She started a conversation, regaining her laughter and discovering her people. Beyond the self-examination and emotional transparency, Janelle is also rediscovering happiness, this time with both old and new acquaintances. She just posted pictures from a recent girls' trip that showed two women who brought fun along with their luggage. When your pals are eager to make you laugh, like they did on a birthday trip last month. I'm thankful for both new and old friends tonight. At Christina Henson _AZ at Angela Mudez, she captioned the photo. Fans were overjoyed to see Janelle surrounded by positive people and individuals who made her laugh again, as they were still getting used to the broken Brown family dynamic. The section for comments? As amusing as it was encouraging. Tease. There's no corresponding knife in the kidney? Face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy ox. I cherish you. You said, I just don't like them. And my partner and I cackled. I adore this face with tears of joy. Has Kody's second kidney been examined? I'm concerned that it might contain a knife. Redefining her way and her life. Janelle's current behavior is notable because she isn't attempting to be the ideal ex-wife or the unwavering mother. She's giving herself permission to be multifaceted, fierce, humorous, vulnerable, and insightful. And she's conveying the same subliminal message with each post, quote, song lyric and scrawled wall message. She will not return to her former self. She's working on a fresh narrative. And she's the only one with the pen this time. Meri Brown has experienced it, if Sister Wives viewers are aware of it by now. Meri has endured season after season of suffering in silence, having gone from being Kody Brown's first wife to becoming the family's emotional scapegoat. Or worse, nodding courteously while Kody retold the story, while seated on the reunion couch. Not this time, though. Meri arrived with new vitality at the most recent Sister Wives tell-all. And truthfully, we had all been waiting for this reunion moment. Fans cheered when she finally stood up for herself, addressed the intimacy, or lack thereof, in her marriage with Kody, and refused the label of asexual. Let's examine some of Meri's most impactful tell-all moments and why this may be the Meri we've been supporting all along. It had been a very long time since she's seen any action, Meri joked at the reunion. Meri's candid response to a long-running allegation that she is asexual was one of the reunion's most significant moments. Because of her and Kody's complete lack of intimacy and the way their relationship appeared to deteriorate on TV, rumors had been circulating online for years. Meri, however, shut it all down in a rare moment of vulnerability and insight. I will buy you items, she laughed. So my friend says she's going to buy me boxes of protection. I don't need you to buy for me, I say. Nothing is taking place. Nothing must occur. Meri and Janelle Brown both said they weren't prudes. I promise you, Janelle continued, everyone has this idea that I'm asexual just because I didn't want to have assembly line kisses with Kody or whatever. Meri and Janelle were both reclaiming their story in front of the cameras that had portrayed them as the emotionally distant, reclusive wives for more than 10 years. It was the kind of declaration that was necessary, especially for Meri, because Meri's identity was shaped for too long by what Kody refused to give her. Her definition of it is now her own. Meri took one step further and revealed the truth about her physical connection with Kody, going beyond simply rejecting the label of lack of intimacy. Spoiler alert, it hasn't been alive for years, but it wasn't her intention. Kody had a cunning way of giving the impression that the women weren't interested in having sex. However, that was untrue. Meri herself stated that even after Kody had emotionally checked out, she still hoped for a romantic relationship. She acknowledged that although she wanted closeness and connection, Kody no longer did and hadn't in a long time. There was no real closeness for Meri. Sister Wives viewers watched Meri struggle for years as Kody made it painfully obvious that he was done. Meri persisted in waiting for a miracle even after he had declared that he no longer saw himself as married to her. Emotional limbo like that? Brutal. However, listening to Meri talk so candidly about seeking love but not getting it completely changed the course of events. It served as a reminder to TLC viewers that Mary was simply living in a one-sided marriage and wasn't the chilly one. Mary's manner of speaking was the most significant change in her tell-all, not just what she stated.
Be calm.
Unambiguous. Unrepentant. No more stepping on Kody's toes or waiting for the other wives to support her. Mary didn't hold back when speaking for herself. The single mother admitted that she had spent years holding on to a family that had vanished. She acknowledged that she hoped for change and stayed too long. Most significantly, she stated unequivocally that she is done waiting for Kody to affirm her value. Mary, who has been marketing her Worthy Up company, sees that as power rather than just growth. For years, Sister Wives viewers have witnessed Mary's emotional detachment. She was the legal wife, the first wife, and the one who contributed to the formation of the entire Brown family. However, she ended up becoming a footnote in her own narrative at some point. Fortunately, Mary is now taking it back and displacing Kody. Sister Wives star Kody Brown faces brutal backlash after cringy tell-all behavior. Fans say he still doesn't get it. In a Sister Wives tell-all that was supposed to bring healing, truth, and emotional resolution, Kody Brown managed to spark one of the biggest fan backlashes in the show's history, not for what he confessed, but for how he acted. From bizarre body language and passive-aggressive comments to tone-deaf remarks and relentless defensiveness, Kody's cringe-worthy behavior during the latest tell-all has turned him into a trending topic for all the wrong reasons. Social media exploded as viewers slammed him for playing the victim, deflecting blame, and still, after nearly 2 decades of family chaos, refusing to take meaningful accountability. And now, instead of walking away from the special with a fresh start, Kody's walking straight into a firestorm of outrage. The tell-all special, which promised raw honesty, began with host Sukanya Krishnan asking Kody about the current state of his relationships with his ex-wives, Mary, Janelle, and Christine. Immediately, Kody's tone was off. Rather than offering insight or humility, he launched into a rambling explanation about how he'd been betrayed and abandoned, completely glossing over the years of emotional neglect and favoritism that fans have documented like court evidence since season 1. He blamed the women for changing, criticized them for not being loyal, and then, shockingly, claimed he was the one who was dumped unfairly. Viewers were stunned. Not because Kody didn't apologize, that's sadly expected by now, but because he somehow managed to twist the narrative into one where he was the victim of a mass ex-wife conspiracy. Twitter lit up with reactions like, "He really just said he's the victim, and the audacity of this man has no limits." Others noted how Kody's behavior came off less like remorse and more like damage control, a desperate attempt to save face after a year of family disintegration that played out on national television. And then came the moment that really set fans off. When asked about his current monogamous life with Robyn, Kody got visibly emotional, but not in a way that felt genuine to many viewers. He claimed he never wanted to be in a monogamous marriage and misses the idea of family, all while holding Robyn's hand and talking about how nobody else would work with me. The contradiction was glaring. Fans saw it as a slap in the face to Christine, Janelle, and Mary, all of whom tried, for years, to hold the family together while Kody played favorites and slowly alienated them. But what pushed the tell-all into cringe territory was Kody's body language. Every time Christine was mentioned, he rolled his eyes. When clips of his past outbursts played, like when he yelled at Janelle's sons or dismissed Mary's pain, Kody smirked or shook his head in denial. At one point, he even chuckled when Sukanya brought up how he didn't attend Isabel's scoliosis surgery, saying, "Well, I did not care, I just had different priorities." The audience couldn't believe it. Fans flooded social media with comments like, "This is sociopathic behavior," and "He's laughing about being a no-show dad." Christine, who sat down for her own segment, remained composed, but even she couldn't hide her disbelief at Kody's antics. "It's like he lives in a different reality," she said softly. "He talks about loyalty, but where was his loyalty when I needed support with the kids? When I was crying in a basement and he was off with Robyn for weeks at a time?" Christine's truth cut through the noise, and fans applauded her for it. But the juxtaposition of her grace and Kody's cringe was too stark to ignore. Janelle's segment added more fuel to the fire. In it, she described how Kody's COVID rules were a turning point. It was about control, she said. And it was the moment my boys realized they didn't have a father anymore. When asked about that, Kody deflected again. Garrison and Gabe just didn't want to listen, he said. They were disrespectful. I had to set boundaries. The lack of remorse was staggering, and fans were not having it. He calls his grieving son disrespectful? One viewer wrote. This man is beyond out of touch. Mary's segment was arguably the most heartbreaking. She spoke quietly about how she spent years waiting for Kody to show interest in rebuilding their relationship, only to realize he had emotionally checked out long ago. When shown a clip of Mary crying over being alone, Kody responded with a shrug and muttered, "It wasn't working."